Through the Veil TV. Live streaming TV made by psychics, for psychics, helping others around the world. Thank you for joining us today, and welcome to the show.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining Through the Veil TV. I'm your hostess, Psychic Cat, and we have John, Psychic John, on today. How are you?
Hi Kat, I'm good. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. And we have a viewer, hello. And so you're answering questions today. They're 1777 for a reading. And we can also arrange to get you in the studio for a live reading. So if you want to do that, let us know in the comments. And so how's your day been?
Doing all right. Mid-afternoon here in New York, but all is good.
Good. All right. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got a group also where you do mediumship and mentoring. Yeah,
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Yes, I have my own Facebook page. And it's psychic reading mentoring,
Yeah.
and yeah, we do circles, we do free mentoring and circles. But I also have my own business page where I will do more in-depth one-on-one readings, as well
Yeah.
as.
Okay. So we've got a few viewers. Please say hello. Thank you for watching Through the Veil TV. I'm your host, Kat, and this is Psychic John. And yeah, I'm going to leave you with the viewers. So, what are you going to talk about today?
I'm going to continue talking about awakenings, and how it can be very overwhelming for a person who doesn't understand what's going on.
Exactly, it can.
Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing today? So if anyone would like to come into the studio audience for a live reading, it's 1777. You can fill out the application and we'll bring you in. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Alexa. So until we have somebody come on, I'd like to talk about, continue talking about awakenings. Awakenings can be very overwhelming. I've had some comments in the last week for new beginners who realizing that something is going on, that something is different, and it could be very scary. It could be very overwhelming. So I'll talk about that a little bit. So when an awakening happens, you feel like something is going on, something unusual that you've never experienced before. You feel different. You just sense that something is going on, and it can be very scary, especially when things start changing around you. You get those ringing in the ears, and they're consistent. They just don't stop. The dreams that you're having can be very vivid. They can also be a rapid eye movement type dream, and they're very scary, especially you wake up and you realize that you just had a message from a loved one, or even an archangel or an ascended master. And that could be very scary for people. They'll always question, did it happen or did it not? And you always have to trust what you get. And those readings, I mean, those dreams have happened. And the reason why it happens is because when we sleep, our subconscious mind kind of takes over, and we have no physical emotions that are taking over, that create blocks when we do these type of readings. So the portal is more open for us and the other side, so it's very easy for spirit to come into our dreams. I always encourage in our mentoring groups to have a journal beside your bed. Hi, Kat.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt. We have our guest waiting. Logan? Okay. She's audio. Hello, Logan. Are you there, Logan? Hello? Hello, Logan.
Very hard to hear him.
She can't hear me. I'll leave you to her and I'll get her. One moment. I'll get her.
Hi.
Oh, there you are. Hello. Can you hear us,
Hi.
Logan?
Can you hear it?
All right. I'll fix it.
Okay. So until we get her back, what I was saying is it can be very overwhelming for a person with all these new changes that are going on. You're hearing messages, you're seeing things, you're hearing things, you're feeling things. Some people also have the sense of smell. They may smell a cologne that was worn by a dad or a grandfather, or perfume, or specific flowers, or you may even smell food cooking when there's really nothing in the kitchen cooking. So all those little signs really start taking over, and it could be very scary and overwhelming, especially in our daily life. We have so much going on, especially with COVID, and that adding to everything can make it a really scary thing. Lots of times people have told me they wake up out of a sound sleep and they feel like somebody's standing over their bed, or they feel when someone's grabbing their leg. The first thing I always ask is, well, what was the emotion you were feeling? Were you scared, or did it come with love and you felt very safe? 9 times out of 10, it's always that they felt very safe. They felt a loving presence. So those type of things, especially waking up out of a sound sleep, that could be pretty overwhelming. So the first thing I always tell people is, whatever's happening to you is happening, but there's nothing to fear. It's the reason why these things happen is because our physical bodies cannot see or hear spirit. We need to enhance those abilities for us to be able to connect. We have our vibrations in the physical world that could be right here, but spirit is up here. So in order for us to meet, we need to meet halfway. They need to lower, we need to raise. And in order for us to raise, that's the only way we will connect. So when all these things are happening, spirit is talking to you. The ringing in the ears, the dreams, the visions, the hearing things, the feeling things, all those things are spirit telling you, we want to connect with you. We have a message to tell you. It is up to us to get to that point where we can. Now, everyone has psychic abilities. We all have that sixth sense. Some have it greater than others, but whenever you feel your intuition, that you feel that someone is standing in your room during the middle of the night, chances are that is what's happening. So it's up to us to raise that vibration in order for us to meet with spirit and hear them, or see them, or speak with them. So what I tell everyone in the mentor groups is, and new beginners is, and you've heard me say, sitting in the power. Sitting in the power is one of the most amazing meditations out there. It's on YouTube. It's 11 minutes. It's by international known medium Tony Stockton. There are others also who have done it. I kind of like his. He has a very calming voice. And what it is you're sitting in your own power. You're sitting in your own soul. And during the meditation, it will always start to picture a small white light in the middle of your chest, near your heart chakra. And what you're trying to do is have your soul take over your physical body. It doesn't happen right away. Each person's different. It could take 2 times. It could take 20 times. I always tell everyone, patience. Patience is a virtue. So you want to sit in that power. And in order to do that, you have to have full concentration and just let it come. Never force it. And it will. And when it does, you will see how it will take over. And once it takes over, things begin to change. Your soul will take over your physical brain. Our biggest challenge when we're trying to connect is our ego. Our ego comes into play a lot, and it's very frustrating, and it can be very overwhelming for new beginners when they're trying to connect and they're doing all the right things. They're doing the meditations, they're listening, they're taking notes, they're doing whatever they need to do. But, hi, Kat.
Okay, we're going to try Logan again. We'll see how we
Okay.
go.
Sure.
Hello, Logan. Hello, Logan. Can you hear me? No, she can't. All right, we'll have to get her on another time, work out what the technical problem is.
Sorry about that. I was saying about the ego. I always tell people when they're meditating, and it sounds crazy, but I always tell people to say out loud, I'm asking my ego to leave the room. And the reason why we do that is your subconscious mind is now fighting with your physical brain, and it's a fight. Your physical brain has done everything for you your entire life, and now you're asking it to move aside and let this divine energy take over. But once it does, it's an amazing feeling, it's very hard to put into words. I'm trying to think of the right words to use, but a lot of people question when they feel messages coming in or they hear them, they get scared. It could be very overwhelming if you hear something in your head. Alexa, is it normal to feel a sense of detachment during meditation? Sort of body feels detached from soul, like floating. Absolutely. That's the whole point to meditation. Well, there's different types of meditation. Some people meditate just to relax or fall asleep, nothing to do with spirituality. I always tell people that when they're doing meditation, like sitting in the power or anything else, and they're trying to connect and nothing is happening, it's because they're just trying to force it to happen. So I will always tell someone, if you're struggling with the guided meditation, just try listening to sounds. For me, I love listening to the ocean waves or a thunderstorm, and I will just put that on. I will just close my eyes, and then whatever I'm going to get, I will. But yes, Alexa, it is normal to feel detachment during a meditation. Lots of times the out of body experience will happen. You will feel your soul leave your body. There was times when I did it and I was actually looking down on my body sitting in the chair. And when you do that, your vibration really goes up another level. And you can feel like you're floating. Absolutely. It's sort of like a daydream in a way. But you can make your own reality when that's going on, because you sense that what is happening, so you can be wherever you want to be. If you want to be in another country, you can. If you imagine being with someone else, you can. But meditation is difficult. Some people have a really, really difficult time with it. You're welcome. You're doing a good job, Alexa. Alexa is in my mentor group, and she's come a long way, and she's doing terrific. So, but thank you for that question. Meditation, a lot of people feel it's a lot of pressure. Pressure, meaning that they have to do this thing in order to connect. That's not true. It's more to just relax your body and relax your mind. That's all it's there. So if anybody would like a reading to come on, it's 1777. Fill out an application and we'll get you in the studio and we can do a live reading for you. I will answer some questions if anybody else has some questions. But just continuing with the meditation. So sometimes I will even tell people to just sit in silence, sit in a chair or lie down, sit in complete quiet, and see what you get, see what you hear, see what you feel, see what you sense. Because there's lots of times you will feel something. when it's nighttime. And if I do something like that, I actually will leave my eyes open. Just for the reason is if spirit is around, you will see them. You will see little light specks that kind of just pass by the corner of your eye, or you may see a shadow in the corner. Lots of times people feel that that shadow is dark, but it's really not. It can be your guide, or it can also be a soul who has not crossed yet. And lots of times there are some souls who just cannot handle the fact that they are gone from this world. And so what happens is they are afraid to cross. So they are technically in between worlds, and their vibration is very low. And that is why we are able to see those dark shadows. You won't see a face, you'll just see some type of outline. And oh, hi, Logan. If you'd like to try to come on again, we'd love to have you on. So yeah, try to call in and try to get on the show. We have about a half hour, so I'd love to answer any of your questions.
She's got a technical difficulty at the moment. She can't hear us, so I'm going to sort it out and get it back for you.
Oh.
On your next show, we'll get it back.
Okay.
Thank
you. Okay. So yeah, those dark shadows. So those dark shadows they're nothing to be scared of. So I always recommend to people, just try it. You have nothing to lose. Don't overthink. Don't do it for 3 hours. 15 minutes. Lots of times people tell me that they fall asleep when they do it because it's at the end of the day, we're tired, which I get. I understand. If you're doing a guided meditation and you fall asleep, that's fine, because your subconscious mind is still hearing what they're saying. And so that's something for to try. But going back to the being overwhelmed in the daily life is something we're dealing with, especially with COVID. But when you throw a spiritual awakening on top of that, yes, it can be very scary and overwhelming. But as I mentioned, there's nothing to fear. It's a great thing to embrace. I never thought in 100 years that I would be doing this. And it's an amazing feeling. And in our group, Logan, you're trying to improve your precognitive power. Yeah.
Just ignore the trolls. We'll get rid of them.
Yeah. So yeah, your precognitive power, that is a strong thing. That's more of your psychic abilities. Lots of times, yeah, I'm feeling, Logan, that you have very strong psychic abilities, and you can sense things that are going to happen before they do. I also feel that you have a lot of dreams that come true as well. So yeah, trying to improve it is it's kind of hard because precognitive is something that you really have within you, and to try to improve it is definitely possible. I think it's comes with just practicing. In our group, Logan, if you'd like to join our group, we'll put it up for you. We'd love to have you in the group. We do, as I mentioned, we do mentoring. We answer questions. our group is a lot different than a lot of other groups out there, so we try to accommodate all our members with answers and guidance. So yes, we have great readers that actually are excellent when it comes to precognitive. Um, so yeah, absolutely, Logan. We'll put the group up on there, or I can send you an invite later. Yeah, I definitely feel that you do. I feel that your psychic abilities and your precognitive abilities are very strong. I sense that that is going to be your path down the road. But again, I would love to, chat with you at another time and can make a determination of what your path is. But for now, yeah, that's what I feel that you have going on. And we all have that precognitive ability. Some have them stronger than others. But it's something that you're born with, and most people just don't understand what it is. We all have it. It's happened to me when you're driving. A perfect example is a few weeks ago. I was driving home from work, and uh, I got the feeling that I shouldn't go home the normal way that I do. So something told me to go another direction, and sure enough, I heard on the radio that there was some type of accident or whatever it was, and it was 3 hours to get onto the bridge. So my intuition really saved me a lot of stress of taking almost 4 hours to get home from work one day. So I understand that, and when spirit visits you in the dream and they show you something that hasn't happened, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is exactly what's going to happen, but there is a chance that something to that will happen. So that's why I always recommend doing a dream journal, because some of the messages you get may make sense at all. And what you can do is when you look at that journal day after day, you start putting all the messages together. So that really helps. Um, but the stress and the overwhelming part is something that does go away over time, when you start realizing that spirit is only coming in love. And thank you. Spirit comes in love, and that's all they want. They are just as excited to connect with us as we are with them. They're learning on the other side as well. The other side has jobs. I've done readings where I found out that the sitter's grandmother was in spirit guide school, and it was pretty amazing, the reaction from the sitter when we discovered that that's what she was doing. So they all have a lot of different dreams that do come true, and there are a lot of jobs that they have on the other side. Um, one, how do I meditate on my powers? Well, that's something that we can get into for another time. But meditating on your powers is when you do your meditation, is your guides and divine energy that will show you what your powers are. We all know what they are. Big question I get, and I asked the same question when I first started, is well, what am I here to do? Am I going to do tarot cards? Am I going to do mediumship? What am I going to do? And I always will answer the same. It's not for me to tell a person what they're going to do and what their powers are. It's what you discover on your journey, what your strong powers are. I knew right away that I was a psychic medium. I knew that from the very beginning. I knew I was not into tarot cards or oracle cards. It was just something that wasn't in my path. And in the beginning of your journey, you will know what you're striving for. So that is a pretty cool thing when it happens. But you just sit, to answer your question, Logan, you just sit and you just take it from spirit exactly what your path is. It's an amazing journey, and it's a little overwhelming, as I said, because you're dealing with our everyday life. When you're doing this journey, we also forget that we are human. We all have our daily routines. We all work. We all pay bills. We all go food shopping, and we all have kids and spouses, and though those things can be overwhelming. So having support for your journey is really key. Some people don't, and that's okay. It's your journey. It's not for anybody else to tell you what you're doing is wrong, or you're wasting your time. If you know in your heart that this is what you were meant to do, then it is. I look back before I started doing this, and I could never go back to not doing this. It's just something that I'm always in tune with. I love helping people and giving closure. That is just the biggest thing that I'm in this for. Just seeing the sitters' reaction when they come from a loved one, of things they didn't get to say or things they didn't get to feel before they passed. And then they get those answers. It's pretty remarkable when you see it. It's always a wow moment. And those wow moments always happen. It never gets old, especially with some of the messages you get, and especially when they resonate with the sitter. Just looking at the reaction of the sitter is that means everything. So if anybody would like to come on, we have about 20 something minutes left or so. You can see on the ticker to 1777 to come on, and we would love to have you on. Sometimes you have dreams that gives you messages. It's like a puzzle that needs, yep, that's exactly right. It goes back to what I was saying about keeping a journal. Yeah, it's definitely like a puzzle. Just picture it like the alphabet. Day one, you get A and B. Nothing else happens for quite a while, and then all of a sudden, you may get all the way up to letter J, and then you start looking at those notes, and you start putting things together, and you start realizing. Hi, Kat.
Hi. Now, Logan, would you like a reading now in the comments, or do you want to wait to get on the show? Just let us know in the comments. Because I think you should pick someone out to do a free reading, a one-card free reading. And if Logan wants to do that, we'll see what she says. But if anyone wants to get in the studio for a free reading, please let us know in the comments. But we do give away a free reading, a one-card reading on the show to someone lucky. And hello to Tara and everyone else watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi, Tara. Yes, Logan would like one.
Yes, okay, great.
Okay. So, Logan, what would you like me to concentrate on? What can I help you with? Hello, Tara. Hello, Anise. Good to have you here. Your third eye. What about it? What is your question about it? Are you looking to receive something now from a loved one? Because I'm feeling a grandmother energy coming in for you. Has your grandmother passed? I'm feeling it's your grandmother on your mom's side. It's on my left-hand side, so I'm feeling that that's what it is. Can you confirm that your grandmother was somebody who raised you? Was like a second mom? Filling the letter L. Laura, it's your mom. Okay. I'm sorry for your loss. I feel I feel she passed at a young age, very quickly. I feel she got really sick very quickly. Uh, is this something with the pancreas? I'm feeling something on the right side by the right hip, kidney or pancreas. Um, kind of showing me that she was diagnosed and she passed very quicker than normal. Okay. Um, yeah, she I'm feeling she passed in her 40s or 50s. Um, she wants you to know that she appreciates everything you did. Um, were you were you with her, Logan, when she passed? Because I'm feeling that you were, because she's saying that. And I'm also getting that she at the towards the end she visited you. When they're in a comatose state, they can go in between worlds. Um, she visited you and said her goodbyes to you um, privately. I think you might have been sleeping. Okay. She was in the hospital, and then we went there. Okay. Um, she is telling me that did was she misdiagnosed, Logan? Were they did they tell her that it was something else, but it was her pancreas? Uh, and that's why she passed so fast? Because I'm feeling it was a very quick process. Not enough time. Um, yeah. Um, she's saying that it was her pancreas. And I don't know too much about the medical side of it, but I do know that pancreatic cancer is something that uh, does move very quickly, unfortunately. Because I'm feeling that I'm seeing a leopard with a lot of spots, and I'm feeling a lot of spots all over her body. I think it spread very quickly. Um, but what she's telling me is that right before she passed, um, the Virgin Mary appeared in front of her along with her parents, your grandparents. She walked to the light with them. And when she turned around, she saw you trying to get to the hospital. And she was kind of worried that you weren't going to get into an accident. Um, and when she crossed, everything went away. All the pain went away, all the suffering. And she's very happy right now. She's with her parents. Was your mom a dancer? Feeling dance, some type of dancing, because that's what she's doing on the other side. Uh, some type of dancing with a lot of different souls. So she she's actually pretty funny. She's saying she's actually dancing for everyone. No one wants. She doesn't want. A lot of people want her to teach. They want her to teach them how to dance, but she just likes showing off in front of everyone, and she's laughing about it. So that should make you feel good. But she's happy, um, and she's out of pain, uh, and she wants you to know that she's always with you and she loves you very much. And pay attention to when you hear car alarms going off. Um, when you park and you bump a car and that annoying alarm goes off for like a minute. So no matter where you are, whether you're home or you're out, and you hear one of those car alarms going off, that's your mom telling you that she is there. And that's the best time for you to connect with her. So I will leave you with that. And before that, if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. And I'm really sorry for your loss. Okay. So what I was saying earlier about when I said to Logan about going, sometimes you hear high scream frequencies in my ear. What is that? That is spirit or your mom trying to get in touch with you. When I mentioned earlier about vibrations, we're at a low vibration. And when they try to get in touch with you, they're on a higher vibration. So it's your body reacting to that frequency change. So that's it's picture when you go on a plane and you fly and you take off, and when you take off, you have that pressure in your ear and you have to adjust it. It's similar to that. So it's something that that's the best time for you to try to connect with spirit. Shanae, do you think we can learn more than one ability or power if we're interested in pursuing different paths? Or is it that we have one ability purpose? Lots of times we all have various powers, various abilities. You can definitely learn to develop it. It's in your path. Thank you, Tara. It's in your path when you, whatever abilities that you're given, they may not come out right now. So you might develop mediumship right now, and then 10 years from now, you might become a Reiki master or whatever it is. So yes, Shanae, that definitely can happen. But I always will tell everyone, try not to do too much at once. Concentrate on one thing, because when you're all over the place, that's how you can get overwhelmed. So hope that answers your question. Will you succeed in opening your third eye this year? What I'm feeling is your chakras are blocked. So I think you're welcome, Shanae. What I feel is that you need to open them. Those of you who are not familiar with chakras, we have 7 chakras. They start at the base of our spine.
Hi, it looks like we've got technical fault issue here. Hopefully he gets back in soon. He's frozen. Oh no, sorry everyone. Here he comes, maybe.
Yes, yeah, it looks like we timed out for a second. Okay, sorry about that. So we all have chakras, and we all have 7 of them, and different chakras do different things. Our root chakra is who we are on this earth, and it keeps us grounded, and all the way up to our crown chakra, which is where we get our divine energy. Hi, Kina. I'm glad you're still here. Thank you. So Logan, to answer your question, I feel that your chakras are blocked through everything you've been through. So we need to open them, and there's some great meditations. Once you join the group, I can go into more detail about that. It sounds like you need some healing as well. So we definitely would be able to, hey David, we definitely would be able to help you out with that. So I look forward to joining the group, and we have some great readers, and we'll be able to, yep, there's our group right up there. So feel free to join, and we'll answer all your questions. Oh.
Okay, we've got an issue with John tonight. So thank you everyone for watching. And we'll be back tomorrow night with Patrick. And we'll just have to end the show short. Sorry, everyone. Have a great night.
Through the Veil TV. Thank you for watching today. You can find information on our psychics on our Facebook page.